Hey everybody, welcome back to the All-American YouTube channel. This is going to be the other part of the video where we take apart my 1986 Camaro. This is going to be more of the tutorial side of where all the wires go and where they plug into. So if you're wondering where the wires go on a 1986 Camaro, or you're trying to wire it up or take it apart, you'll probably be able to figure all that out from this video. And unfortunately there really isn't that much cohesion between any of these clips. I originally filmed them for my own reference for when I was gonna put this back together, but I decided to make a video out of it because I figured somebody else would find it useful too. Alright, so just a video of the wiring here.
There you go. Here.
Trying to figure out, just so we know how to put her back together. This thing right here, it comes out of right here and comes around. And this plugged into the top of the air filter, or the bottom, it went underneath, plugged into the bottom of the air filter. This was,
Like that, yeah.
This right here went on that bolt, and this went through here, right?
Yeah, and then this went on there, through there, and then this went on over that.
First thing, we're taking off this hose because why not?
Where does that hose go to?
It just goes to
Oh, it just goes
here,
between.
and that goes
so
down.
It goes.
That's part of your emissions. Hook down here.
Here, get this out of there. That's a
down.
piece of junk.
Dead emissions.
So this hose connected right here onto
And
that,
it went down.
and it comes to this, and that's more
And that
emissions.
goes to your headers.
This piece right here goes. Where does it hook into the headers?
Just on here.
Oh, there's these two
9/16.
come up into this
Right
right here, and then this goes down
It's
to
probably
right there, and this one goes down to right there. So that's where these two go. It's basically the same thing over here. All these, that big thing right there that runs across the top connects the two sides together, it looks like.
Yeah, what the heck?
I don't know.
I don't want to
I
believe
don't know
you.
what that thing is.
Oh, I know you don't.
Oh.
Looks like it just ends right there. Maybe. This thing runs into the AC pump. What?
I don't know. Don't ask questions. Just tear it apart.
Here's a hose that runs over there.
You don't by chance have a big adapter into like a 3/8?
Maybe, I don't know.
I got it.
We got quite a bit of wiring going on down in here. Not exactly sure how we're gonna work with all that. Oh, this also plugged into the air filter right here on the side like that. Not sure if I'm gonna want to keep that in the long run or not. So I'm not really sure. I have no idea where this goes. Alright. Where do you want?
Yeah, pull that thing out of the way.
Like how?
Up, out. Away.
Like this?
Yeah, like that.
Away.
Okay. No,
Okay.
Record that right here.
That unplugged.
Just disconnected from down here.
Okay, so yeah, both those go in right there.
And then these two go together up there.
What are you getting in there?
Because there's these little metal things that are about this thick right here. About as thick as this thing. And they're always bent over down on top of the bolt. So you have to unbend them. Otherwise your socket doesn't go on. Now we got a hose on this side. Goes right down. Same thing to the... Like that. That unplugs and that goes back over to...
Over that thing
that
over
thing
there.
where they all hooked up.
So when we take this off, this is going to stay on the engine right here, right? When we take the headers off, that thing over there is going to stay on the engine. So then this, this will come off with the headers. Yeah. And all the little pipes running down there and down there, that's all going to come off with the headers.
So many wires, I can't even get it out. Ouch, I just pinched my finger.
So what did you say got unhooked? This
Nothing.
goes in there?
We can plug it back in. It's just a little plug.
Here.
Can these fit at like a 400?
Probably. I don't know. If it's a small block, it should fit.
Any small block will fit in here. Alright, now we just got to do the same thing on this side. So really the only thing that needs to be hooked on is this right here. So that just comes off, and then we need to take the bolts out. Move all this garbage out of the way. This right here never actually connected to anything. It's laying up here, but it was never connected. There's a big hole in it, and it just goes down to this, which is like cruise control. This one.
That little thing, this guy gets plugged in kind of down right here. This little guy.
Wait, what guy?
This guy? Oh, he snapped off. I think.
Yeah. This
Yep, it snapped.
doesn't look original.
Yeah, we don't gotta worry about that one because it's broke, so everything without being on there, it'll be fine.
So on that one, it's got the thing. That thing right there coming out. Where did that plug into?
What? That little piece?
Yeah, this.
Yeah, we already recorded that.
Where did this go to?
Yeah, we already recorded that.
But where did it go to again?
Plugged in over here. Like, right here, I think it was. One of these two.
Oh yeah. So on this side, where did it go to? Where did this go to?
Right here.
Right there?
Yeah.
And we didn't disconnect any other hoses from that?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's right. The one thing.
Fell off. This is supposed to go in here like this.
That goes on there, just shove it in. This wire right here. So the header goes on like that onto the engine, and the wire right here
Goes in.
plugs into this wire right here.
Which goes back into this big casing back here.
Yeah.
And just
So
gets
it
lost
runs-
among all them wires.
So it's this wire right here, it's that wire right there, and yeah, it goes all the way back to there.
If you don't know what it is, dump it. No one cares about it.
That's not how we do this. This is the negative terminal,
Where?
and it does...
Destroy everything.
The negative does two things. This gets grounded to the chassis, or the body of the car right there. The big one actually just goes straight to this bottom bolt on the alternator. Right there like that. It's this one right there. Positive terminal on the battery also has two wires on it. This big one goes down. Oh boy. Here, hold that out of the way, Pete. So, I wish this was red, it would be easier to see. It's right there. Right here. And I'm almost positive it just goes right down to the starter.
You got an empty gas tank? Because then I'll unplug those fuel lines and then see how...
No, I don't know if we do. I don't know if we do or not. Here, I'm gonna crawl underneath there and wiggle that. Okay, so this is gonna be sideways now. But this one, I think, is the ignition wire. And we'll probably be able to get a better video of that once the engine starts coming apart. But this one, this big one that goes off over here, goes to the battery terminal. And I have no idea where this goes. Where does this go, Josh?
Which one?
This little orange one.
Just sort of this big clump of them. I don't know how to describe it, I guess.
Okay, I'll just come out and look at it, I guess.
Because that little red wire came to this whole ordeal here.
And then they all disappear into that big boot.
This, yeah.
Oh boy. So that's gotta be a positive for something. Anyways, so that's where this big one goes, and then this little one. This little one goes here, and it splits off into two things. This orange one goes off, and this one here. This is really cobbled, but yeah, this is the little one. It goes through this splice, goes to this splitter. It gets spliced again there, and this goes all the way back to the alternator. Right here. It plugs onto the alternator.
Super.
right there, which is a little bit different, but that's where it is. That needs to go to positive on the battery. That needs to go negative on the battery. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and then I don't know why there's a stinking cover on there. So then at the splitter, this orange one goes to this plug. And this little orange plug disappears into this cable, which comes over and goes in right here. So I'm going to unplug this right now.
Never even read.
And these two things go together. This one goes to a positive on the battery. It's the same wire that goes to the alternator. And this, well, this is just going to stay right there. It's mounted in right there. And I have no idea what this goes to. But we'll probably be able to hook it up later. Or maybe it won't even matter. I don't know. But it disappears in right here.
I have low compression.
Another note. This right here is alternator plug. I'm going to label it alternator plug with tape. And I'm unplugging it right now. And this needs to go to the alternator. Okay, so actually this thing right here is just vacuum stuff. So I'm not even going to unhook that. The only other thing that I need to unhook that's wiring is this right here.
Oh man, that's a big bolt.
And I'm going to label all three of these things that I just unplugged. So this is a 3-prong and it goes in to the side of the carburetor up here where this yellow is.
Yeah.
This thing is a 2-prong and it goes into this green thing right here. And this is just a really small one and it goes into the top right up here. One more video on wiring stuff. We are taking a ground wire off right there, and that ground wire goes onto the main bundle of wires that splits off right there. That split off. All the wires that go to the carb are on that split off. And that ground wire is one of them right there. Wiring video number, I don't even know what we're on now. Probably like 4 or 5.
Oh man, this is disgusting that I need here.
Ooh.
It is gross.
Okay, this unplugs from there apparently. I'm gonna leave this on for now. It goes to the stinking cruise control thing. Anyways, what I wanted to unplug right now is this right here. I'm going to name this throttle plug because it looks like this is the governor screw. So I'm going to call this like the throttle plug or something, and this one just pulls off and unplugs. And then I'm pretty sure all these wires are loose now. And then the other thing that I'm going to unplug are these 2 distributor wires. This dark brown one goes to the tach, and the light brown one is a hot wire from the battery. And that's important. That one needs to go back because that's basically our ignition right there. Is this one. The tach is also pretty important, I guess. So these 2, I think I just gotta peel back and push down on them and get them out. But I can't do that with one hand. So both of those, just unplug. Dark brown tach, light brown battery. Okay, but anyways, I guess on this big tree right here, yeah, on the tree, this is the EGR thing. It plugs into this block that was attached to the exhaust. This right here just goes back into a wire bunch, so we don't actually need to unplug this. And this one was plugged into nothing. Is that actually a vacuum?
Yeah, that's a vacuum line.
Where does it go?
It goes someplace in there. I don't know. We'll find out someday.
That's weird.
Okay. Then show them the ground strap that we have.
Oh yeah, and then this ground strap right there. We're gonna unhook it What did you say, from the motor and let it hang from the frame, or we're going to unhook it from the frame right here?
From the frame.
Yeah, we're going to unhook it from the frame right here and leave it on the motor. There's the ground wire coming out. Yeah, here's this bad boy right here. The spark plug wire's in the way. Right there. This thing on that end, they all go to the distributor over there, and over here, I think they just go into a wire bunch. Yeah, and that goes back in to this wire bunch right here.
And these guys, this guy right here, it's a clear, nasty thing.
What is that? You should label that one.
I don't know what that is. But it's the only one that looks like this. And it goes right here. It's the only one that's that color.
So there's like a weird little block back here, I guess. And where does that wire go back in?
This?
It just goes into the big case?
Right here.
Where does it go into the
Yeah, it
card?
just goes into the big.
What else splits off right there?
We have something that goes down. This must be for your distributor, right?
I just unplugged that then.
I think. And then,
I think we're good. No, I didn't just unplug it, but I must have before.
vacuum line's off.
No, we need to unhook one more vacuum line to the brake booster. It should be this right here.
Pop it off.
I'm gonna do it right here. This line comes over here, right there, and then goes down into the brake booster, I think.
Yep. Vacuum line's off.
Yep. That's all this right here. That's another vacuum line.
Yeah, that is the main vacuum line.
See if you can unhook
Oh
that
yeah,
up
we
on
need to
top.
unhook these
Where does that go?
throttle cables and stuff. Your servos.
That's for the cruise control, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Put that E-clip back on there. So there's two throttle things. This one is the throttle on the gas pedal, and this one hooks up onto this, and that one that Pete's taking out right now is for the I can't think of it. Cruise control. This is for cruise control, and it was right on there.
Okay, those are unhooked.
Okay.
I'm gonna pop this guy off over here if we can. There we go.
We might want to label those two brake booster hoses.
No, we'll know where this goes. It's the only place it can go.
That's true.
Let's see. We need. What does this guy do?
This is another vacuum line. I think I put this in another video, but this is another vacuum line that goes to the cruise control.
It comes up to a T.
It comes up to that T right there and unhooks.
like that.
We're gonna forget about that one.
Probably. I want to label
This, yeah.
Label it to the T. Or something like that.
No, but what does it go to? This is another emissions piece of crap. And wait. Where did this plug in? This plugged in right here.
Yes. Yeah.
That can stay plugged in. Because we don't actually need to take that off.
No. I think
Same with
we can
these.
start pulling it.
Right here, that one. But yeah, this right there. And that comes down to this thing right here. It's that hose. I don't know where this goes to underneath here, but this one right here goes up to that T. We're gonna forget about that. Okay, this is really close, and so the tranny's right here, and right here is a plug. Man, this is dark. I don't know, does it just pull and come off? Oh no, there's like a little... Oh, that's pitch black. I can't see anything. Do you want to come underneath here with the flashlight?
Sure. I'm busy by the heater. Leave me alone. Oh, I gotta pull up on it. It's a pull up, not a push. There, I took it off.
You got it?
I think they're both temp gauges. Here. Wow, this looks a lot better already without all this crap in the way.
Cut it all off.
That's one right there. And that's one right there. That one I'll probably unplug from the underside right there. And this one I'll unplug right there. And I don't even know if it matters which one goes where. They probably both plug in. But they both come back. This one, oh yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of crap to unplug from the starter too.
Yeah, we have to do that once the engine's
We're gonna do that when the engine's out more. But yeah, this goes to the big bundle of wires that comes off the starter, and I bet that one goes to the same place. That one right down there, and this one right here. Yeah. Alright, so we got the last little bit of the wires to unwire, which are down here by the starter. And there's just a whole bunch of hot wires, it looks like, that go onto this starter. It's just all of these right here. All these go to the starter. This one, it looks like, this is a temp gauge. These two are temp gauges that we already unhooked.
Give me a good view of the starter. There.
That's how it goes. There's, what is it? 3 oranges go in here, and then this one red. And this has got to be like the exciter wire. And
And then there's just the
nothing is
big,
plugged onto
and
this.
then the big positive. This
is the big positive right here that runs from the battery, like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that is this right here, which is that right down there. So get a wrench so we can take those off.